was always going to draw that sort of reaction from.
Well, the crowd might react.
What's your take on it, Lol?
Farrell's done exactly what Tamana Harrison did to him on the floor, which is give him an elbow. So it looks worse when you're not lying down on the floor.
Because no force, no speed, and the elbow is connected with the neck.
Okay.
Happy with that?
Happy. Penalty against White.
Okay.
Just a penalty against Farrell. And a talking to, probably.
It's a good home crowd decision, isn't it? You know, ref's under a bit of pressure. It looks a little bit rough. But there's not much in it, is it? They're both smiling.
Just to tackle is legal, is a shoulder connected with the body. After a scuffle, you put the arm on the neck, it's penalty for you. It's penalty against you. Penalty against you. You have penalty here or here, what do you want?
I'm just trying to get him off me, ref. Just shaking hands with my elbow.
Do you know what? A decent decision made. My only disappointment is, why does it take a little bit of, in inverted commas, ill discipline from Saracens to get this crowd going, to get the Northampton Saints players fired up? We're 33 minutes into the game. We've conceded 3 tries. Need that physicality. I need that bite from minute 1. Not because of something the opposition tended. Either way, an opportunity to get some valuable points on the board.
First start of the season for Stephen Myler this afternoon, and all 6 points come from his boot.
It's interesting. He'd be pleased that they've got another penalty on the board, but if all the Northampton players started like Courtney Laws, you feel they'd still be in this game.
Marcelo Bosch, by the way.
Sorry,
Marcelo Bosch is having a head injury assessment at the moment, so Duncan Taylor's on the field for Sarries now, and they're back inside the Saints 22, where they have set up camp for so much of this match. Northampton yet to make a purposeful visit, ball in hand, up the other end of the field.
Two black. On your feet. Thanks.
Touch found. Ugo.
Yeah, just looking at Saracens' attack, it's not just a bludgeon. Look, Alex Good stood at 10, that's what it does. Brad Barrett into the game, he then stays on his feet, and now because Alex Good is at 10, you've got Owen Farrell at 12. That gives them the extra width on the game because they've got another passer. What that does is stretch Northampton. Liam Williams gets in behind, so it's not all about the brute of the maul and everything up front. They're very intelligent at how they're manipulating this Northampton defence.
Now 6 limit, don't take the legs.
Callum Clark in control of this one.
Yeah, everything they're doing is in front of the gain line, isn't it? As we've just shown you that yellow line there. The Brad Barrett break, and now already they're over the advantage line.
Duncan Taylor brought into the attack. Farrell for Good. Tries that short, flat pass, and it went forwards from Foden.
He tried to catch a ball. It's just a knock-on.
So Sarries with an excellent attacking platform with less than 5 minutes to go in this first half.
Ali, you talked about that performance at Twickenham in the opening weekend of the Aviva Premiership, and they really hit their straps. I have to say, this opening 35 minutes, maybe not the scoreline, but the nature of the way that they've been so ruthless in attack is right up there with their very best. Given how important this game is, given they're away from home, they're not at Twickenham now, they're at Franklin's Gardens, playing an informed Northampton side. You've got to say, this has been very, very impressive one-way traffic.
Well, half-time on opening day of the Premiership, Saracens were leading by 41 points to 3. So this, I suppose, constitutes an improvement on that from a Saints perspective. But having made all the strides that they have in recent weeks, Northampton, after making that recovery, this is going to be a major setback, isn't it?
Step back.
Here we go.
Don't push early.
Yes and no. It's natural for us to refer to round one, but Saracens have had to work hard for their points. They have. They've had to go through phases. Northampton haven't played appalling. Saracens have just been that good. Northampton need to get their hands on the ball. That's what they haven't done. They've had no possession. They've had no territory, and every time Saracens get into Northampton's 22, they come away with things. So I think that's got to be the message at half-time. Don't play any rugby in our half. Let's get into their half, and let's actually impose our game on Saracens. They haven't done it so far.
I think it's worth pointing out that Northampton are playing the back-to-back European champions, and a team that I think have only lost 3 out of the last 25 European games. I mean, their record is sensational.
Yeah, unbeaten in Europe for 2.5 years. Beaten just once this season by Bath at the Rec in a thriller. And carving through the middle yet again, it's Barrett, who's been tremendous in this opening period. Ezekwe. The offside line breached. Advantage with the visitors now. Farrell, crossfield. Williams looking for a hat-trick. Can't quite do enough with that, but Wiles is there, and then Burrell gathers it in, and back we go for the penalty, much to Burrell's disappointment.
You know, for all your heart, your desire, all the rest of it, first phase play to be cut in that way. I know we're giving Northampton a little bit of a hard time. Well, not a little bit of a hard time, we're giving them a bit of a hammering, but you've got to muscle up phase one, especially when you're 10 metres from your try line. To let Brad Barrett go over the try line, so to get over the advantage line in that manner, straight onto the back foot. Saracens have smelt blood, and they're kicking to the corner. They want to shut this game out. They want that 4th try, those 5 points by half-time.
Yep, the bonus point being hunted with real hunger. 90 seconds to go to the break. So effective from this range last week, of course, against Wasps at Allianz Park.
Cannot let George Cruz or whoever it goes to land and get this set. Got to get that going backwards.
They look to be scrambling here for all their worth, Northampton. The ball brought down, the arm outstretched, so again the advantage with Sarries. Somewhere underneath is the ball. And a card's coming here for Saints. Who will it be for?
It's a dynamic ball, you collapse the ball, yellow card.
David Ribbons into the bin. And he will play no further part in this half. And the early part of the second half is going to be a very big struggle now for the home team.
Well, the next 45 seconds of this half will be as well, because this is going exactly where it came from, and they've now got to defend it with a forward less. Difficult.
Anxious Saints faces. Saracens with another crack at it. Again, it's Cruz. This is a wedge that looks a rather more permanent one from Saracens' perspective. Driving in, Taylor's gone in to assist. Jamie George is close. Callum Clark is there. And against his former club, Callum Clark secures the bonus points for the double European champions.
I'll tell you what, if that wasn't a wounder enough, your former player left you just 5 months ago, scores the bonus point at Franklin's Gardens. He runs back, professional, job done. He's not celebrating, he's not gloating, but why do you need to? 27 points, a bonus point before half-time. It's quite a statement.
Well, also, Jim Mallander's got some real talking to do at half-time. Let's just see the try again. Hard enough with 8 forwards, but with 7 it becomes almost impossible against such a well-drilled, well-organised side. The backs pile in. That's what's even more galling, when you start getting backs piling in, celebrating forwards tries. I can assure you now, we're having some serious words with my team under the post.
Well, the locals are disgruntled.
It's been a magnificent performance from the European champions. A great 40 minutes contributed to by Northampton not waking up for half an hour, but take nothing away from Saracens. This has been an excellent opening spell and a real statement from the champions.
And 2 more points take Saracens into the break. 29 points to 6, not quite as savage as opening day of the Premiership for the Saints, but a blistering opening spell from the double European champions. They've got the bonus point already. Liam Williams has a brace,